Welcome, everyone. Now, I would say one of the most focused features of your face nowadays is your eyebrows. That is why I wish I had met this woman when I was a teenager, but she's about to save a lot of women today and introduce us to something new that I thankfully am very familiar with, that is a lifesaver if your eyebrows are already kind of a lost cause. Welcome, Irina Wynn. Irina, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me.
I am so excited to talk about this because so many women have questions, and I am the person we're talking about. I was the overplucker, and I'm sure you run into a lot of those.
Of course. I literally touch over 20,000 eyebrows in my life, including celebrities, superstar, Hollywood names. So I kind of seen every single type of ruined eyebrows, ruined tattoos. So basically, over 65% of the women in the United States, they admit to pluck their eyebrows, according with a medical journal. And to be honest with you, most of them, they kind of regret it afterwards because they kind of mess it up. And then they don't know what to do because once you pluck your hair, basically, it doesn't really grow back, you know, no matter what you're trying. So they kind of look how to kind of fix them, either semi-permanent or permanent. And yeah, there it comes microblading. I would say that could be a really, really good option too.
Now, before we get to microblading, which by the way, I totally think is a fabulous idea for everyone, which I have had done, I want to kind of cover 4 mistakes of just eyebrows in general, because before we get to the microblading, let's maybe save some of our eyebrows.
Of course. So the tip number 1 that I will give you, don't do it home. Don't try to do it just following the templates or tutorials, because this is a thing, you're basically playing with your face.
Yeah.
So just go and ask for professional help. It doesn't cost that much, and people actually get certification and they get a really education, and they really learn a lot of hours how to really kind of teach you how to shape your eyebrows and kind of educate you like what it fits your features, because if they fit, I don't know, Angelina Jolie features, that doesn't mean they're gonna fit
yours.
Yes, exactly.
Probably not.
Yeah. Number 2, like, don't go with shapes like too thick or too thin, you know. Eyebrows are supposed to be a frame of your eyes, so they just kind of need to bring expressivity to your face. So if somebody's kind of looking at your eyebrows before they actually look at your eyes, like, girl, is something wrong with your eyebrows? They just don't look beautiful. They just look ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
let's just admit it, you know. And don't do too bold shapes, you know, or like, again, if Kardashian looks awesome with black bold eyebrows, that doesn't mean if you're blonde and you're a Fitzpatrick one, you're not gonna look great with that. So that would be another tip, you know. And probably the most valuable one, just make sure when you're going to do your eyebrows, either you pluck them or twist them or whatever you do, just go to a professional that is educated by the reputable academy or like who trained you. Like, this is not a thing that you learned how to do it in YouTube. So before you actually look how to fix them, try to kind of educate yourself where you're actually going to prevent ruining them, you know.
Like I said, I wish I had met you when I was a teenager, because I did all 4 of the mistakes, and now I'm here today, and we're going to be talking about microblading. If we were to explain to somebody what that is, what really is microblading?
Right. So microblading, it's a form of semi-permanent tattoo. It's done with a disposable hand method tool. So it's very sterile. We throw the tool after each customer in a shared container. The pain is minimum. You're getting a touch-up every 1 year, so it's kind of fade away after 1 year, so you get a chance to change the shape, to get them darker, thicker, thinner, of course, because the features of your face are changing every year. Like, you're growing older, the skin type is getting different, so it's not like something irreversible, you know. That's the number 1. And number 2 is meant for anyone who actually try to improve the small imperfection of the eyebrows. We don't create bold eyebrows, so basically we just fill in. So when you wake up in the morning, you kind of have that natural effect. Everybody knows you have great eyebrows, but they kind of don't figure what's there, you know?
Oh, I know we're looking at these before and after pictures, and these are absolutely, everything you said was correct. I didn't feel any pain. You know, I just kind of hung out and it was done. And the number 1 thing people are surprised about is that I only have to go back for a touch-up every year. And that's the first thing that everyone goes, oh, really? Only once a year? And I said, oh yeah, once a year. This isn't like an every 3 months or every month thing. But just like our 4 mistakes, we want to make sure we go to somebody that's a professional. Where can I find someone?
Right, so if you go to microbladingfinder.com, plucked.com. We have certified over 1,000 people in the entire United States. So you're gonna find your own artist, you're gonna get a free consultation, and kind of make sure that you kind of like the work that the artist done, and just make sure that the artist is certified by a really proper school, and they have the enough hours and the enough knowledge, and look for pictures before and after, and also look for healed results. They might look great at the very beginning, but how they actually look like after they are completely healed. So just make sure you do your homework and don't go for cheap. Like, just go and buy a cheap dress, but don't do a cheap thing on your face, because it's gonna last there for a very good while. So make sure you do your homework.
I totally agree. I did all my homework. I made sure that I saw, like you said, some of their work prior. I'm going to give them those websites again so they can find out, of course, where to get a good artist, and if they're even interested in being an artist.
Of course.
This was wonderful. I feel like me and you can talk about this all day because people have so many questions. Irina, you've been wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. For more information on World Microblading, please call the number on your screen. Now, to find an artist near you, log on to microbladingfinder.com, or if you would like to get certified as a pro artist, visit worldmicroblading.com.